Diane, Rick, Vern, and Cora are a group of YouTubers who investigate urban legends in search of online fame. Their latest target is the abandoned Paragon Hotel, where, according to rumor, $300 million belonging to a powerful gangster who vanished under mysterious circumstances is hidden somewhere inside. They're joined by journalist Frank, who wants to write a feature about the Paragon, but what awaits the group inside is far darker and far more dangerous than spiders and rats. When one of the characters is jokingly called Rambo during the film, it's no coincidence. Do Not Enter is based on a novel by American author David Morrell, best known for writing First Blood, the book that spawned one of Hollywood's most iconic action franchises, Rambo. Morrell's novel Creepers, which serves as the source material here, was published much later, in 2005. You may never have heard of it, but in the West it was warmly received and even won the prestigious Bram Stoker Award. That said, a closer comparison between the novel and its film adaptation makes it clear that they have far more differences than similarities. The biggest change the screenwriters made was introducing a supernatural element. In the book, the explorers are hunted by a feral serial killer. In Do Not Enter, they're pursued by a half-human, half-demon creature born from a satanic ritual. The characters have been significantly altered as well. Frank, an older journalist, was the novel's protagonist, whereas the film tries to shift the spotlight onto the younger group of content creators. The word "tries" is important here because the screenplay is a tangled mess of illogical twists that undermine themselves at every turn. Who is supposed to believe that after a group of journalists disappears inside an abandoned hotel, the entire city's police force wouldn't investigate, and instead only a single lone wolf hero would show up? And how could no one have found $300 million when, in the end, it turns out to be hidden in plain sight? It's obvious the filmmakers realized their movie was, to put it mildly, rather foolish, so they seem to have tried to save it in the editing room by doing what editors often do, cranking up the pace and energy. Unfortunately, that created a new set of problems. Diane, who is nominally the main character, spends nearly half the movie off-screen, and some of the editing choices, while making events move faster, are downright baffling. Diane has her first encounter with the monster, then in the very next scene she's sitting around as if nothing happened, and one scene later she's suddenly wearing a wedding dress. Excuse me, what exactly is going on? On the other hand, Do Not Enter is an unpretentious movie, and while that isn't exactly a strength, it does give it the charm of some long-forgotten late 80s horror flick. It's derivative, wildly uneven in its pacing, and spectacularly dumb, but it plays with its cards face up. Perhaps that's why it never becomes as irritating as many modern horror movies that desperately want to be profound and groundbreaking. Do Not Enter is the kind of film that's easy to criticize, but also surprisingly easy to watch, especially if you go into it with no expectations. As an added bonus, the cast includes Francesca Reale, whom many viewers will remember as Heather from the third season of Stranger Things, and Javier Botet, the Spanish actor who has portrayed dozens of monsters in some of the biggest horror films of the 21st century. Do Not Enter certainly won't be joining that list, but at the same time, it doesn't really make you want to joke about its supposedly prophetic title either.